Welcome back to the next installment of The End in Africa. I haven't gotten a chance to play in a few days, so I'm pretty jazzed. I remember most of what was going on, mostly this. Which one is this? The 10th Panzer coming screaming down my throat. So we'll see how that turns out this turn. I've moved all my units. I'm ready to go ahead with my turn, so we'll proceed and let's see how it goes. Close these windows. Artillery fire to start with. Got my infantry. Oh, by recon travel mode. Some of the Highlanders, the Royal Dragoons, or sorry, that's the King's Dragoons. Oh, they got a disruption on my core HQ. That's really going to slow things down today. You get a lot of low ammo. Another disruption on one of my recon vehicles. Hit my artillery with some fatigue. More artillery. Shelling out the 6th Armored. Hitting some of the infantry. Hitting some of my tanks from the 6th that are up against the 10th Panzer. Yeesh. Oh man, they just rocked one of my recon units from the 25th Tank Brigade with some rocket artillery. He was not expecting that. He's having a tough time. Another disruption on my division commander. Shelling some more of my infantry from the 9th Division. Here they're going in on the engineers from the 7th Armored, British 7th Armored. Here's the British 1st Infantry getting their share. Some of the AT guns getting shelled. What is this about? I got a recon unit up here. Up to 10 vehicles over by the 9th Division sector, or by Varsity. They've got AT guns rolling up to the section of the Indian Division over by the 8th Army. Or, yeah, 8th Army. 1st Army? Crap. Yeah, 8th Army. Okay, we got one of their vehicles from the 10th Panzer. They're moving their guys up. They've got tank destroyers. They've got all kinds of stuff. Got 2 of their guns, so that's good news. Oh, 10 of their men and a disruption on some of their half-track infantry. Some of their half-track recon, I should say. They're withdrawing the 10th Panzer, or at least picking a new line. Yeah, they're withdrawing. That's good for me. I'd much rather have them on one side, because they were kind of poking into my line, or where I was trying to orientate my line. So I think the tank unit that is posted up there will be able to withdraw based on what I'm looking at, or based on what I was looking at. Now I'm looking at recon vehicles moving towards Red Bull. I've got a lot of heavy AA in the sector of the 4th Infantry Division. That is the British 5 Corps. I've got a lot of still moving around a lot of towed AT over here. Computer's thinking. Alright, they're bringing up reinforcement. Infantry. They're moving some stuff around in the section of 8th Army. and digging in some machine guns. Ugh, I just airstruck one of my AT guns. Got one gun. Okay. French Africa Corps fighting. Ninth Infantry engaged. More artillery. I'm not particularly worried about the position of this regiment, the 39th Infantry and the 9th Infantry Regiment. They're in a pretty good position, though they could potentially be isolated. Okay. They're fighting back in the sector of the 1st American Armored. We've got them pretty well choked in here. It's not a good position where they're at. They're hitting me with some AT from a bunker, but I had AT get there so I could shoot back. More infantry engagement. 1st American Division, 1st American Infantry. We are on the... what is this? The 78th Infantry Division. We've got a pretty good surround on some units and a nice front developing for the 78th Infantry. Really just they have some bunkers, so they've got that going for them, but they're fighting with like a lot of anti-air units right now, so I think that they're weak in this position near Longstop Hill, which is good for me. Alright. More shooting going on. Oof. Killed 8 of my guys. It's a pretty good hit. Counterfire with machine gun. No effect, no effect. Counterfire with the infantry, 2 men. Okay. Eesh, more rocket fire on this. I think they're done. I've just outright lost that recon unit. Fighting in the sector of the 4th Infantry. They're supported by the 25th Armored Brigade, or sorry, 25th Tank Brigade. They're up against paratroopers. They've got some bunkers. This is the sector that has the 10th Panzer Division on its southern flank. More artillery fire. Hitting some of my armor. AA fire, or AT fire. The infantry is engaged with 46th Infantry Division. More shooting with the 46th Infantry. They're doing great. They're in good position right now. I mean, they have to move fast to support against the 10th Panzer, but overall they're in good shape. Okay, some fighting along the front of the 7th Armored Division. We're trying to push through to Point du Fosse and clear some more of these mines out here. Shooting at my engineers. Excuse me. More artillery fire right now. Shelling some recon from the 7th Armored. Shelling some more of my artillery. The 1st Parachute Brigade is engaged. Some gunfights up on top of this hill, or mountainous area. Alright. They hit my, oof. My Highlanders recon unit, they're in travel mode. Not fun. The King's Dragoons taking some artillery. My regimental commander, disrupted of course. The enemy AI is very good at targeting my headquarters units and getting disruptions on them. Man, they're hitting some good hits right now. Highlanders are engaged. We found this trench line over here. Trying to clear out all the axis up by Jebel Der Hafla. Fighting in the position of the Indian division. More fighting up by Jebel Fikirin. They've got anti-tank guns over in the sector of the 1st Armored Division, 8th Army, all the way up by the beach. They've got a lot of AA guns. We're shooting back. Okay. King's Dragoons are engaged. 1st Infantry is taking artillery fire. Highlanders shooting back. First British Infantry, 50th British Infantry, motorized. Back to the 1st British Infantry, fighting. They have a trench line on this road leading up to Sidi Said. Here's the L Force mixing it up. So that's good, they can get in the fight. They're fighting well so far. Here is the 201st Guards motorized. And the Moroccan division is engaged. The Indian division taking small arms, fighting back. Moroccan division some more, fighting back ineffectively. Alright, I think we're getting close to the end here. Some more paratroopers shooting. I may take that back. I'm not sure if we're close to the end. I think we still have a pretty good amount of shooting left to do. I certainly have artillery left over. Okay. More shooting in the Moroccan division. Counterfire with artillery. That got a man. And infantry responding. That was a good exchange. Infantry of the 6th Armored is engaged. They're trying to push through to the east. More of this anti-tank fire at the what's this? The 1st Armored Division, British 1st. They're really getting shot up, but they are exchanging fire, and I would say that this is a good exchange. The guns, the anti-tank guns are really what I'm worried about. I need my armor. Yeah, we shot up a lot of their AT guns with this exchange, though they did disrupt my freaking regiment-size infantry, or sorry, tank unit. We got a disruption on one of their AT guns, so that's good. L Force back at it. They're taking casualties. This Axis unit is fighting everybody. Lots of fighting left to do in the sector of the 8th Army. It's heavy engagement over here. It's heavy fighting yesterday. It's heavy fighting so far today. There's a lot going on over here. And we're giving as good as we get, though. The King's Dragoons are making a good show. Fighting back hard. Alright. The Highlanders are engaged. Here come the Indian Division again. Took out one of their AT guns. That's good. Got a disruption on it. Shooting back a lot. Alright. Stay away from my engineers, they're busy. Alright. More shooting here. Still engaged with the 51st. Wrapping up here. We got better on that engagement. That exchange. Indian Division moving in support of the Moroccan Division is engaged, finally. They've got a lot of tanks over here. They're gonna shoot me up bad. They got a disruption on my tank company. Lots more AT guns. I'm now seeing in the sector of the 4th Infantry, still on the... Oh, they got another disruption on my tanks down here. Ugh. I'm not going to be able to fight through with all these disrupted units, so... You know, you got to respond to the situation at hand. So, let's see. The infantry from the 6th Armored is fighting. 4th Division. They got another disruption on my recon unit. Man, my guys are starting to slow down. I gotta break through the 46th Infantry through to the east so that they can support the 6th Armored and get in with this with the 10th Panzer over here. Oh, they're shooting me up. Alright. Still fighting in the 5th Corps area. Excuse me again. Moroccan Division still engaged. Let's see. Here comes all this AA guns shooting at the 78th Infantry. They got their disruption. So that's not good. We're still fighting. Yeah. Alright, still fighting with the 78th Infantry. 1st Infantry back at it. I should really watch this a little bit faster, I think. Alright, sped it up. We're in with the 78th still. They're mixing it up with still the position in front of Longstop Hill. We got a nice disruption on them. Okay. Fighting on the flanks here. First American getting in. A Red Bull. They got another disruption against my tank unit. I think that was my tank. It might have been my AT gun. Okay. And that's it for the opponent's turn. So, let me go ahead and grab this screenshot. And we'll take a look at the artillery. Alright, so we'll take a quick look at the command report. We cleared out some of these mines. Let's see here. What is this? That's that section on the 51st up that hill. That's great. Indian Division. 50th. Okay, good. This unit from the 50th is isolated. Compared to last turn, we had 19 HQs out of command, 11 artillery unavailable, and 22 units low on ammo. So, much less on the HQs out of command, but about the same for the rest. We got a bunch of our artillery set up, a couple of improved positions, some recovered losses too. Okay, good. And good here. Okay, good. Yeah, we got an improved position. Covered losses. Okay, cool. Okay. These guys I'm going to hold in reserve. That was that high fatigue unit from the 51st. Okay, so artillery fire. Let's start in on some of this. I want to hit this trench line. No effect. That's the French Free Africa. Okay, here we need to eliminate this trench line. They're forming up for a bit of a counterattack, it looks like, or a more sturdy line in the section of the 9th Infantry, the US 9th. Okay, we've got more artillery to fire. That's from the 47th Regiment. Here's for the 133rd Regiment. We have some paratroopers to shoot at. That's good. No effect. No effect. Here's for the 60th Infantry. We'll try and come back to that. Oops. Okay. Got the artillery from my 1st Armored Infantry, or 1st Armored Division. Gonna hit these entrenched paratroopers some. Got their buddies. These guys are isolated over here. We'll try and get a disruption on them. Some of my core artillery here. Ah, nice. We got the disruption. Oh, what do we have over here? Some, I didn't even notice this. Some paratroopers in travel mode. They're in a trench, but I always like shooting units in travel mode. Alright, so looking at this artillery again, this tank the artillery from the 9th, I'd like to try to find a target for them if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to with my recon tank over here. My light tanks. It's not actually a recon tank. Oh, sorry about that. Alright, so not going to find a target for that artillery. Fine. Next up is my 1st Division artillery, so they'll hit, don't have a lot of targets, but I want to go ahead and shoot these guys. Let's get them torn up. Okay, more artillery from the 1st. Now, these belong to the 16th Infantry, which, here's the 18th. Where's my 16th? Here's the 16th. I don't know if I'll be able to get into a spotting distance. Yeah, I can do that. I'll just move this battalion over here. That should allow me to spot. Yes, it did. Okay, great. Just burn up this artillery. Take care of these guys. I know I've got some artillery left to move as well. I should have moved some of that from the 1st artillery, or from the 1st Division. And actually, yeah, I need to be paying attention to that. Okay, these guys should be alright. So, let's pick targets for them. There's a bunker, an improved position. This paratrooper infantry over here will make a nice target. What do they have over here at Kassir Tier? They've got company strength, machine gunners. Man, they really got me with that disruption. Okay, let's keep hitting these paratroopers over here. These artillery are all fine to stay where they are. Okay. Let's see, I have some more targets over here. This is also this is 4th Division artillery, so I'm not going to spend my artillery on these troops, these disrupted Italian troops over here. I might shoot at some of these AT guns, or some of this entrenched infantry over here. This infantry is in an improved position and is digging in, but I still didn't get the disruption on these guys. Let's keep hitting them. Okay. Next up, I have artillery from the... Oh, I can hit this unit. This is from the Moroccan Division. This is artillery from the 6th Armored. And this is the Infantry Brigade over here. 1st Army 9 Corps. Yeah, the 38th Irish. So, I've got some potential targets. Let's hit this trench here. Oh, these guys are already disrupted. Oh, so are these. Okay. In that case, let's hit this trench, I think. 4 men, not a bad hit. Got Royal Horse Artillery over here, which are not mounted on horses. Only a couple of targets. I'll hit this trench line. Okay. What's next? This trench line here. Any other targets? No. Okay. Still working the artillery from the 6th Armored and onto the 7th Armored. I have an artillery position here that I can hit. Don't mind that. Here I have artillery from, what is this? This is the 23rd Armored Brigade down with 30 Corps. Okay, these guys are disrupted. These guys are not. So we hit them. Some Vichy French, I think. Oh, they have... Oh, those guys are disrupted, so I'll keep hitting this trench line up on this hill with the French troops in the hope of disrupting them. I did disrupt them with my last hit. So here's from the 126 Highlander Regiment. Got some potential targets. I am going to go for this platoon or company sized Italian that is operating out of the let me see here, in the sector of the 51st. Where is my 51st? Oh, I'm looking in the wrong army. They're in 30 Corps. This is the 154th. The sector of the 154th. They had a company or platoon sized target. Okay, so here I've got this company or battalion sized entrenched Italians. We'll hit them with the 127th and 128th Highlander Regiment artillery. No disruption. Here we're moving on to the artillery from the 50th Infantry Division. That'd be the 50th Motorized. I guess they're just the infantry division, but they do have trucks. Here we've got some Italian troops. Okay. Here's my Northumbrian artillery. Okay. I have a target here. What is this unit? This is also from the 50th. So we'll get this trench line here. No, they're disrupted, isolated. This trench line. And now I'm firing more of my artillery. Trying to stay focused on the targets that I'm selecting. Get as much disruption as I can going. Keep up the pressure, keep pushing forward. They're hitting us in some ways pretty hard, so trying to keep up the pressure. And I'm just finishing up the artillery from the British 1st Armored. Okay, good. So that's all the artillery fired. I'm going to save my game here. I do tend to save a lot, probably more than I need to. In any case, here come the French Africa Corps. Need to stay focused down on the southern sector of their advance. And I really need this assault to work. Set my speed. 6. Okay. And I have another assaulting battalion. Or company, I should probably say. Okay. Successful assault. Took out 15 men. We're in the bunker. They're not. Let's shoot these guys up and move up this AT gun. Don't have any engineers in this in the the French Africa Corps, so I just don't. See what I can do. We are making progress in there with this unit, so it's working. Gotta keep up pressure though. They've got trench line up here, 2 trench lines, so there's gonna be some fighting. have this unit up on the hill, which is in a great position to take an elevated threat on these Abschnitt District Nord Axis units. Okay, so here we have this disrupted infantry. I don't... Oh, okay, perfect. So I was going to say, this battalion from the 39th Infantry Regiment of the 9th Infantry Division wants to stay in this trench to hold against these recon vehicles, these armored recon vehicles, and against a potential counterattack from this infantry unit. Now, this infantry unit could take a different approach, but it would have to go through the minefield or around this road here, which I actually don't have any rear security. Hopefully that they don't decide to attack me from the road over here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. If they come down and then down this road, they could get at like my headquarters or the rear. Hopefully they don't do that. Okay, so entrenched infantry, we got the disruption. Perfect. We're gonna assault. This might be premature, but no, that was successful. Barely took any fatigue too. Got a nice disruption on them. So these guys will stay right here in this trench line. I'm gonna move this AT gun, move my headquarters unit. So good. Just taking a look at what they can see. All right. Moving the rest of 9th Infantry Division. So everybody's low on ammo in the 47th Infantry Regiment because their headquarters unit got annihilated. So I don't know. I think that unit can technically recover, but I don't know how he's going to go about doing that. So here we are. I'm going to continue to push forward with all of these. Well, let me not move my engineers just yet. I want to keep 47th. You... Oh yeah, you're also part of the 47th. Crap. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do then. I'll take this other battalion of the 47th. Here's for the 60th. Okay. We're moving, we're moving, we're moving. Okay. So, tank destroyers. Let's go ahead and move this up. And I'm just going to park this disrupted engineer into this improved position and call that good. This is, yes, my artillery, and we'll take our engineers as well in case we run into any mines. And here are some of my tank destroyers for, oh gosh, how many tank destroyers do I have? Apparently a lot. So, well, here's my AT guns. Move these up. Tank destroyers and tank destroyers. Oh, these are core units. Okay, got it. Got it. Alright, that's fine. I can move them up like this. Here's the rest of the 60th Infantry. I already moved the scout tank. Alright, so here we have some Fallschirmjäger. I almost forgot to move my artillery up. We should be able to move it all the way up. Good. One at a time. So that we can take advantage of the road movement. So I'm just going to move these guys all the way in deep, and then I'll set them up next turn. Okay, so here comes some of my tank shooting. Really ripping these guys up. Disrupted and isolated, less than 100 men. I'm gonna shoot them with this infantry company from the 135th Infantry Regiment and then assault down this hill. I'll also shoot these light tanks at them. I'm not going to assault with the light tanks because I don't think it would be super effective. Okay. That assault was effective, but it did not kick them out of the position. Now here I've got room for assaulting. Everybody has low ammo. Got these tanks. Okay, so I have this battalion from what is this? Red Bull, 34th Infantry. So they have low ammo. I could assault with them, but I don't think I'm going to make it through. They could potentially support the assault. It would get a mixed unit penalty, but really what I want to do is move them out of the way so that I can light these paratroopers up with these tanks that I have over here. So let's go ahead and do that, and then I'll assault with this motorized infantry and the tank unit from 1st Division. Okay. Success. And we've got another light tank unit, and we've got a lot of light tank units. We got a lot of boys right here. Okay, try and stay organized. This is the H Company from the 3rd Battalion, 6th Infantry Regiment. Okay. Where is the other companies? I think this is like, these guys are all the way over here. Yeah. I-36. Okay. Shoot. Oh yes, this company was low on fatigue. I wanted to reserve them, so I'm just going to leave them in place for now. And, well, crap, I don't have any infantry up here to assault with. I have these recon units, but I don't, well, some of these are not terrible assaulters. Okay. I can assault. They're in this trench line. I can assault with my tanks if I want to. I don't super duper want to. I'm concerned that it won't be enough with just the tanks, and that their assault values are really low. So I am gonna go ahead and just shoot. We'll reduce them that way, and then I'm gonna move up this this recon, and I'm gonna try and push through with the recon next turn. That's a little risky. I'm willing to accept it. My recon have so far just been sitting around, and I think it's about time we get them put to use. So here I go. What else do I have to move over here? The recon itself. Go ahead and get my tanks up here. Oh crap, they're in movement mode? Oh no, okay, sorry. I saw the 1 as a T. Okay, so here I come with some of my recon troops. I know that that sounds like a bad idea, y'all, and it kinda is. But I need to get through this line, and I have a lot of recon troops, so let me see what I can do. I don't know exactly how that will develop, but we will try. Here's some artillery that I need to move. Got this artillery, which is unavailable. Okay, so that's most of First Armored. Let's see here. So Red Bull, and we are looking at the 168th Infantry Regiment. Where's the rest of the 168th? Here and here. Perfect. Okay, now I recall that there is a unit over on this portion here. So I'm going to be a little bit cautious coming up to the Tyne River Valley. I really would like the 1st Infantry Division to handle that area. So I'm going to actually move some of these units up right now. I'm moving some of the 1st American Infantry so that I can make room and figure out what what Red Bull is doing. So just like that, I don't need to watch that flank. Don't take my engineers on point. Yeah, my infantry on point. Perfect. Perfect. Get these guys through. Oh, another trench line. Okay. Just trying to move all of these guys pretty quick. Which unit are you? The 26th Infantry. There's the 18th. Here's the 26th. Where's the rest of the 26th? Crap. I sent them on their way. Alright, well, you'll be joined by a battalion from the 18th to take care of this trench line. Okay. Good. That's the 334th German Infantry. Let me get my recon car up here, finally. There's my tank destroyer. Get my regimental HQ. Move my artillery. Okay. Good, good, good. You're moved, you're moved. Move you up. And here's to, trench line. That's going to be a little bit tough, but I can get through. Rough, I want to say I am able to get through on rough with foot infantry. Yes, it's very expensive. Actually, I can use a lot of stuff on rough if I have enough movement points. I didn't realize. Maybe I'm not reading this right. Okay, anyways. Oh, crap. I don't have enough movement points to get these guys out of travel, so I'm moving them from that hex. Okay, so let's see here. It's going to take this remainder battalion from the 16th Infantry a little while to get up. Okay, so I want to start meandering this unit from the 1st Armored back north. And I need to take out this bunker. This bunker's gotta go. So let's go ahead with this assault here. Is this both part of the Red Bull? Yes. Okay. Successful assault. And I can move at least my tank up. Good. Do I want to right now? I think I might want to wait until I assault here. This, let's see, 16, 32. Yeah, I can commit these other tanks too. And not suffer the penalty. Ah, dang. Unsuccessful assault. Alright. See what else I can do, maybe. Oh, they got one of my tanks. Got me with the fatigue. Well, I still have tank destroyers. I don't think it's very smart or efficient to attack this bunker with the tank destroyer. I have engineers and infantry. Let's go ahead with that. Ah, crap. Not enough movement points. Alright, well, this bunker's gotta go. Let me see what I can do about moving some of this recon up. They'll potentially get hit by this 88. Okay, so found the enemy units. We're pushing up some of this recon. Excuse me. Okay. They might have to fight up front for a little bit until I can organize my infantry to get into where they need to be. Okay. So I have this from the 168th Regiment of Red Bull. They can get in and carve up these paratroopers that are, 35 kills, dang. Man, I'm tempted to assault with this recon company. I'm not going to. It is tempting, though. Okay. So, get my core light tanks up here. Keep pounding on these paratroopers. I need to get this, this 1st Armored infantry headed towards the right direction. Get both of these infantry moving up from Red Bull. Put them with their tank destroyer unit, because I think they're, that's a core tank destroyer unit, but that will work just as well. Thought I saw some armor over here earlier. Okay. We've got engineers from 1st Armored Division, which I will move towards the 1st Armored Division. I've got my AT gun. Oops. Oh man. He was already in travel mode. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, I can move these tanks up. Got some anti-air guns up here. Got engineers I can move. They're disrupted, but they can still shoot. Engineers. Okay, we're looking fairly solid as a front over here. And the divisions are starting to get orientated to where they need to be. So I am making progress in the sector of the U.S. Second Corps. Uh-huh. Okay. Move these engineers. My headquarters. Move all the artillery for Red Bull. I should have moved those separately. I didn't get road movement for that. Okay. AT gun from 1st Division. Alright. So that's the 1st American, that's basically US 2 Corps. Alright, I'm gonna try and power through a little bit more here. So I've got the, what is this, the Green Guards? Gren Guards? I'll take this trench line over here. They'll work on that for a while. Yeah, that'll take a bit. I don't have enough men. So this trench line is already disrupted. This bunker, though. Good. Counterfire. I'm gonna assault this bunker. Oh, and I need to, crap. So if I assault this bunker and they get pushed out, they're gonna be right on top of my AT guns, but I can move my recon over here to block their zone of control. Perfect. Okay, so shoved them into this trench line. Now they're both disrupted, and assault. Successful assault. Didn't break them, but we got about 100 kills, so that was excellent. Follow up with some more fire, and then raking fire from my machine gun. Nice combination right there. A lot of casualties on them. Okay. So, these guys got disrupted. Yeah. Let me move these engineers up and move these engineers back. Okay, so over here I've got a bunker and a bunch of anti-aircraft guns. So I'm gonna try and take this some of these AA guns. Got one. I'm tempted to assault this. I mean, it's just some guns, but it's not free, so I'm gonna keep shooting them. I do have to clear this bunker, and that'll put me in a much better position. Let me try it this way. I'm gonna also assault with these engineers, I think. Do these guys have good assaults? Yes, they do. That did initiate defensive fire, one man. Didn't go so well. Alright. Yeah, that went very poorly, actually. So I'm going to assault again. Also very poorly. Wow. Alright, I think I need to try and isolate these bunkers. That was unpleasant. I might back off of this assault, this direct shit. Sorry, excuse me. This direct stuff. I mean, I can. Work my way up and around towards Longstop Hill. I don't think that the direct approach is going to go super great here. Okay, I have... Yeah, this trench line over here has been a real nightmare. I can get up onto this hill with the... See here, both of these are from the 78th Infantry. Man, do they got a lot of AT guns and AA guns. Okay. I am going to continue to work on this trench line. God, they're chopping me to bits over here. I barely have any kind of front on this hill up here. I have this recon unit, but I think I want to withdraw them actually. So full bore with all my machine guns. This particular transposition has just been really obstinate. Can't get through. I can't do any damage. It's less than 100 guys too. So I'm tempted to just straight up assault them. I really wish that I could get some traction on any of my attacks. Okay. Yeah, we'll let the assault continue to develop, or the attack continue to develop. Got the fatigue. I'll pull this unit from the buffs back into this bunker here. Their fatigue is too high. And these two companies, they got ripped up. Can I combine them? Yeah, I sure can. Alright, where's the rest of your unit though? Ah, yes, this was my plan here. So let's get these two units to meet here in this field, and then we'll combine them. Okay, perfect. Smoothed out the fatigue some there. Okay, so I've positioned these AT guns to shoot at this bunker. I feel like the position by Peter's Corner is quite precarious right now. Okay, I'm going to try to assault this bunker with these men and these tanks. Let me split this tank unit here. Yeah, okay. Trying to soften up these paratroopers in this bunker. I have... Oh my goodness. They got crazy tank destroyers up here. Flooding the zone with tank destroyers and AA guns. So that's fun. I'm gonna assault this bunker with everything that I have. We'll try, man. Ah, they got a disruption on me. Oh, that was awful. This is going poorly. The attack on Peter's Corner is going poorly. And I really don't have, I think, the kind of unit structure, unit makeup that I'm going to need to do the things that I need to do. We will see. We're going to have to keep working on it. We've got a job to do, so. Alright, next up, more paratroopers south of Peter's Corner. They are isolated, but they are, again, obstinate in their defense. Just looking at the situation on the northern tip of the, what is this, the 4th Infantry? Let's see. 4th Infantry. What did I do there? Sorry. Looking at the situation over here, I could try to form some sort of a front in this direction. Like this, maybe? Something like that. I have to keep fighting. What is this? This freaking Outlook going haywire. Okay. So I've gone ahead and I moved the, what was that, the 78th Infantry. Before I move the 4th Infantry, I think I'm going to go ahead and call the video here, and I may play offline as well. I do have the 10th Panzer over here that I need to deal with, so if I do play offline, I'll give you a little recap of what goes on there. As always, thanks very much for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks, everyone.